Crystal wine glasses chimed across the dining table as my family toasted yet another achievement of my brother Michael's. This time, it was his promotion to head of cardiology at Clare Memorial Hospital, the same hospital where our sister Emma held the chief of surgery position, and the very place I once dreamed of practicing medicine. "Our Michael," father said, raising his glass, chest swelling with pride. "Following in my footsteps, and surpassing expectations." I pushed my food around my plate in silence, trying to disappear. In this family, failures were never forgotten. "Oh, Sophia," Emma's voice oozed faux sympathy. "It must be exhausting watching everyone else succeed while you..." She let the pause speak volumes. "I am Dr. Sophia Mitchell." "Yes, doctor. But in my family's eyes, I'm the disappointment who chose a different path, the one who never measured up." "Still at that tiny research company?" Michael sneered. "What exactly do you do there? File paperwork?" I lifted my glass calmly. "I lead medical research and development at Innovix Pharmaceuticals." Emma rolled her eyes. "That's not real medicine. You don't even treat patients." Mother chimed in, nodding. "Sweetheart, we've always said you could try Street Clare again. Maybe start as a resident. I'm sure your father could make it happen." The suggestion made my stomach churn. 10 years ago, I had been a top medical student. But I saw something they couldn't. Medicine needed more than surgeons and specialists, it needed innovation, research, and new treatments. "I'm happy where I am," I said evenly. "Happy?" Father scoffed. "Mitchell doctors don't settle for happy. We aim for excellence." Michael just completed groundbreaking heart surgery. "Emma's department is the best in the state." "And you?" Emma smirked. "Filling out spreadsheets, I suppose." If only they knew. The spreadsheets I had pored over for 5 years were about to shake everything they believed about me. But I stayed silent, bound by confidentiality agreements. The dinner continued, a relentless parade of thinly veiled insults. Michael flaunted his new Porsche. Emma displayed her designer watch. My parents beamed at their successful children. Finally, I couldn't endure it any longer. "I should head out," I said, rising. "Big day at work tomorrow." Michael arched an eyebrow. "Someone's filing cabinet need organizing?" Laughter rang out, filling the ornate dining room. I slipped on my coat and walked out, leaving them behind. Little did they know, tomorrow would change everything. Driving back to my modest apartment, my phone buzzed. A message from Marcus, my attorney. "All papers are signed and ready for tomorrow. The board voted unanimously in your favor. Congratulations, Dr. Mitchell." I smiled, thinking of the years of planning that had brought me here. While my family mocked my choices, I had quietly built a revolution. 5 years earlier, I had discovered a breakthrough in targeted cancer treatments. Instead of following the traditional hospital route, I founded my own research company. Innovix Pharmaceuticals started small, but our results were groundbreaking. The patents alone were worth billions, attracting major pharmaceutical companies eager to partner. Yet I had bigger ambitions. Over time, I secretly acquired shares in Clare Memorial Hospital. The board, frustrated with outdated leadership and impressed by Innovix's success, welcomed change. None suspected that the mysterious investor behind the company was connected to the Mitchell medical dynasty. Years ago, I had changed my professional name and operated under the radar, until now. Sophia Lane, the name my family didn't recognize, was now a force in the business world. Tomorrow, the acquisition would be finalized, and Clare Memorial Hospital would have a new owner. That night, sleep eluded me. I imagined the looks on my family's faces when reality sank in. The failed doctor they had ridiculed for years was about to become their boss. Morning arrived with a sense of inevitability. I dressed in a sharply tailored black suit, pearls resting at my collar, projecting the image of a confident CEO. The board meeting was set for 9 a.m. Walking into the executive conference room at Clare, I noticed my father among the board members. He didn't even glance at me, likely assuming I was an assistant. "Where is this mysterious Dr. Lane?" one board member asked. "I thought we were meeting the new owner today." I stepped forward, placing my briefcase on the polished table. "Dr. Lane is right here." My father's eyes widened as recognition hit. "Or perhaps you know me better as Dr. Sophia Mitchell," I added. Color drained from his face as understanding struck. Before he could protest, the hospital's chief administrator began. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Sophia Lane, CEO of Innovix Pharmaceuticals and the new majority owner of St. Clare Memorial Hospital." The room fell silent. My father's face burned red, his hands gripping the chair arms so tightly his knuckles were white. "This can't be," he stammered. "There must be some mistake." "No mistake, Dr. Mitchell," the administrator said with a smile. "Your daughter's company has not only pioneered cancer treatments but also demonstrated exceptional leadership in medical research. The board voted unanimously for this acquisition." I opened my briefcase and began handing out documents. "I have plans for St. Clare," I said, calm and professional, starting with a complete restructuring of the research department and introducing new treatment protocols. "You can't do this," my father hissed. "Actually," I replied, sliding a document toward him, "I can. My ownership stake now stands at 67%. As the new majority owner, my first action will be appointing a new board of directors." The meeting stretched for 2 hours as I detailed my vision, integrating advanced research with patient care, creating new treatment centers, and fostering collaboration across departments. My father sat frozen, watching the other board members enthusiastically endorse every proposal. His influence, his authority, his control, it was slipping away. By the time the meeting concluded, word had spread. I stepped out to find Michael and Emma waiting, faces twisted with shock and fury. "How dare you?" Emma spat. "This hospital has been in our family for generations." "And it still is," I replied smoothly, "just under different management." Michael loomed, trying to assert dominance. "You think you can just waltz in and take over? You don't know the first thing about running a hospital." I held his gaze. "Oh really? Let's review your numbers." I produced a file. "Under your leadership, cardiology readmission rates are up 15%, and patient satisfaction is at a 5-year low." He recoiled as I continued. "Emma, your surgical department is over budget by $2 million with no improvement in outcomes." "You've been spying on us?" she shrieked. "No. Just diligent research as a prospective owner, something neither of you did in your own departments." Our father appeared, his expression unreadable. "Sophia, we need to speak. Alone." We moved into his office, soon to be mine, and he closed the door. For a long moment, he just stared, as if seeing me for the first time. "Why?" he finally asked, voice tight. "Why go through with all this?" I looked at him steadily. "Do you remember what you said when I told you I wanted to focus on research? You told me I was wasting my life, that I'd never achieve anything if I didn't follow the proper path." He glanced away. I pressed on. "You never understood that medicine could be more than surgeries and rounds. While you mocked my small research company, I was creating treatments that are saving lives. And now you think I'm here to punish you." His voice carried a hint of bitterness. "No," I said firmly. "I'm here to fix what's broken. This hospital has been relying on its reputation while patient care lagged behind. That ends today." A soft knock at the door interrupted us. Marcus, my attorney, was there with documents needing signatures. As I turned to leave, my father's voice stopped me. "Your mother, she's going to be devastated." I paused, considering. Maybe it was finally time she learned to respect me for who I am, not the version of me she wanted. The following weeks were a whirlwind. I appointed new board members, reorganized departments, and rolled out the innovative treatment protocols that had made Innovix a success. Michael and Emma had to adapt, or leave. To my surprise, Michael stayed, slowly taking interest in the new cardiac treatments we were implementing. Emma chose to resign, moving to another hospital across the city. My mother stopped speaking to me entirely. Family dinners ended, replaced by tense encounters in hallways and formal policy emails. One evening, about a month into the new leadership, Michael knocked on my office door. "Got a minute?" he asked awkwardly. I gestured to a chair, and he sat, tugging nervously at his tie. "The new cardiology protocol," he began, "it's incredible. Recovery rates have improved by 40%. "I know," I said simply. He paused, gathering his thoughts. "I never realized what you were doing with all that research and development. I thought you were avoiding real medicine. Now I see, you were pushing it forward." He met my gaze. "I was wrong about you. We all were." It wasn't a full apology, but it was a start. Over the next year, St. Clare Memorial transformed. Patient outcomes soared. The research department, once overlooked, became a hub for medical innovation. My father eventually retired, though he occasionally sent me notes about interesting cases or new studies he'd read, a small, tentative attempt at connection. Emma stayed distant, but hospital rumors suggested she had begun applying some of our treatment methods at her new workplace. Family dinners never returned, but something better did. Each month, I hosted a dinner for the hospital's research team, celebrating breakthroughs, encouraging new ideas. Conversations buzzed with curiosity and ambition, not status or tradition. One night, leaving the hospital, I overheard a young resident talking to a colleague. "Did you know Dr. Mitchell developed the treatment we're using? She completely changed our approach to patient care." "Which Dr. Mitchell?" the colleague asked. "Dr. Sophia Mitchell," the resident said. "She runs the whole hospital." I smiled as I walked to my car. No longer poor Sophia. No longer the failed doctor. Just Dr. Mitchell, the one who calls the shots. Sometimes success doesn't look the way others expect. Sometimes it's about carving your own path, even when everyone doubts you. And sometimes, the sweetest victory isn't proving others wrong, it's proving yourself right. The Mitchell name still hangs above the hospital entrance, but now it represents innovation, progress, and courage, the courage to defy tradition. Each morning, walking through those doors, I'm reminded, true success isn't about meeting others' expectations. It's about surpassing your own.